All right, let's dive into one of the biggest, most exciting promises of the AI revolution, a shorter work week. You've probably heard the buzz, and it turns out one of the most powerful people in tech, Nvidia's CEO, actually thinks it's possible. But, and this is a big but, his vision comes with a really fascinating twist.
I mean, this is the dream, right? The ultimate goal. The idea that we could work less, but actually get more done all thanks to these new AI tools, it sounds almost too good to be true. And for a lot of us, it feels like the real payoff for this massive technological shift we're all living through.
Okay, so let's get right into it. Jensen Huang, the guy whose company is literally building the engines of the AI revolution, he's actually said that a 4-day work week is a very real possibility. But before you start planning all your future 3-day weekends, he added a really crucial and honestly kind of startling catch.
And there you have it. That's the paradox. The exact same technology that could finally give us a shorter work week might also make us busier than we have ever been in our lives. So how on earth can both of those things be true at the same time?
A shorter week, but a more intense pace. How does that even work? Well, to understand it, we've got to look at what leaders like Wang think AI is really for, and it might not be what you think.
This quote right here, it pulls back the curtain on a key part of the leadership mindset. See, from Huang's point of view, AI doesn't just help you finish your current to-do list. No, it completely clears the board, creating the space and the power to finally go after that huge backlog of ambitious projects and big ideas. So in this world, efficiency doesn't create leisure time, it creates more opportunity.
This whole idea actually connects to a famous puzzle in economics. For decades, economists have been scratching their heads, wondering why huge technological leaps, like the personal computer, didn't immediately cause these massive obvious jumps in productivity. The thinking now is that AI might be so powerful that it finally solves this paradox, not by letting us work less, but by dramatically speeding up how much we can produce. So this really breaks it down. On the one hand, you have the dream we all have: more free time, less work overall, a life focused on things outside the office. But on the other hand, you have the predicted reality. AI driving business to move way faster, letting us take on much bigger, more ambitious projects, and shifting the whole focus to generating even more ideas to feed into this new, super efficient machine. Now, this isn't just some theory from a single tech CEO. This idea of a big shift is actually backed up by a pretty clear historical pattern. And, get this, it's already being proven by some really surprising data from today.
It is so important to remember this. Huge technological shifts have always reshaped how we live and work. The AI revolution isn't some brand new thing in that sense. Our society has had to completely rethink work and time before. There's a very clear pattern here.
I mean, we didn't always have a 5-day work week. That used to be a completely radical idea. We went from working 7 days a week to 6, and then to the 5-day standard we know now. And each one of those steps was driven by a major technological revolution. So a shift to a 4-day week wouldn't be coming out of nowhere, it would just be the next logical step in this long progression.
Okay, so history says it's possible, but what actually happens when you try it out in the real world, right now? Well, pilot programs in Britain and North America have been doing exactly that, and the data they found is just incredibly compelling. The results are pretty staggering. Companies that tested a 4-day schedule saw productivity jump significantly, while at the same time, employee burnout was cut in half. This is a huge deal. It suggests a shorter week can lead to work that's not only more effective, but also a lot healthier for people. So how'd they do it? Well, the workers in these studies got the same amount of work done, or in some cases even more, in an average of just 33 to 34 hours. This is that efficiency paradox in action. They didn't do less work, they just did all their existing work in way less time. So we have the theory, we have the history, and we've got the modern data. But what's actually fueling this massive potential transformation? The answer, as it so often is, comes down to a mind-boggling amount of money and investment. Yeah, this whole shift to a 4-day week isn't just some fun social experiment or a corporate wellness trend. It's a direct consequence of a massive global investment in the fundamental infrastructure of artificial intelligence. This is an economic reality taking shape right before our eyes.
I mean, just try to wrap your head around the scale of this. Nvidia's market cap alone is in the trillions. That number reflects the immense global demand for the basic building blocks of this new AI economy. This is the engine of the revolution, right here.
And it is not slowing down, not even close. Looking ahead, experts are forecasting that by 2030, a jaw-dropping $3 to $4 trillion more will be poured into AI infrastructure around the world.
With that level of investment, radical change doesn't just become possible, it starts to feel kind of inevitable.
So what does all this mean for you, for your job, for all of our futures? Let's bring all these different pieces together and just take a look at the big picture.
So here's the bottom line. A 4-day work week powered by AI seems totally possible. The history supports it, and the latest data backs it up. But the paradox at the very heart of this change is that all these efficiency gains, they won't necessarily lead to more downtime for us. Instead, they're probably going to be channeled right back into chasing more ideas and doing it faster than ever. We might work fewer days, but those days could be more packed and intense than anything we've experienced before.
And that really leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? This multi-trillion-dollar transformation is happening, and it is going to change how we work. But is that change going to lead to a better quality of life, or just a more accelerated one? That's the paradox we are all about to live through.